Hey everyone, Scott here coming at you with another unboxing video, but this time I came equipped. Last time I did an unboxing video, I used a rather dull knife and kind of struggled with opening the package, but this time I think we're good to go. What we have here is a Roman Props MK-1 Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber hilt from Star Wars A New Hope. I have 3 other lightsaber hilts that I'll eventually be doing some videos on, just a show and tell type thing. I got a Graflex and a couple of Darth Vader hilts, but I wanted an Obi-Wan hilt just to kind of round out the trilogy, the original trilogy lightsaber hilts. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to this because I don't have a whole lot of time because I got to start getting ready for work. I ordered this about 3 weeks ago, and Roman was super nice guy, really nice guy to work with. I looked on there and I tried to decide whether or not I wanted the static version or the FX version. The FX version, you can install the electronics like the Cyber Crystal and all that kind of stuff, or the Kyber Crystal rather, and electronics and stuff like that, or the static version. Well, all of my props that I have is static stuff, so I went with that. Let's see how well I can finish out the rest of this with just one hand. I really need to start using my my tripod. Let me see if I get this thing out of here. Hang on a minute. I'm going to put this down for a second. All right, we're back. I finally got this wrestled out of that first envelope. Let's see how this next one goes. Think it won't be near as bad because it's open at both ends. So here's the big reveal. I am so excited to see this. Wow. That is so awesome. And it's heavy, definitely heavy. Heavier than the other 3 lightsaber hilts that I have. I watched some other YouTube videos, unboxings and reviews, and people talked about how heavy this is. This really is heavy, and it feels like a real weapon. Wow, look at that. That is so cool. And oh, how ironic. We got a cold knob for the pommel. That's pretty awesome. So let me get this box out of the way here. Oh, let me look in here because there should be, yep. All right, so we got a D-ring, and we got 2 of the transistors that are supposed to mount on here. And it looks like I went ahead and ordered the Marconi Elliott transistors because I did not know that this would come with it. This is a new thing. These were actually just recently discovered as the Marconi Elliott transistors that are mounted on this lightsaber. Nobody ever knew for years who made them. And a lot of the guys on the RPF, they did a lot of research. And, you know, some other reference pictures have come up for the lightsaber, I think over the last, like, 2 or 3 years, maybe. But they finally figured out that it was Marconi Elliott transistor buttons that were actually the little decorative buttons that were mounted here on the side of the Graflex clamp. But I've got my old lightsaber stand over here, so let's go ahead and set this on top of that. And we're going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. So the Obi-Wan lightsaber for New Hope, it was actually built a bit differently than Luke and Darth Vader's lightsaber because those were both made from old camera flash guns. This one is a lot more unique than what the other 2 are made because this one's made by a lot of different real-world parts. We'll start with the emitter shroud. So the emitter shroud here was actually a balance pipe that was taken from a Rolls-Royce Derwent Mark 8 jet engine. And it was the same jet engine that they actually used the body of to make the IG-88 bounty hunter head. Fun fact, is pretty cool. This area right in here, this is it's a grenade. It's actually a number 3 Mark 1 rifle launching grenade that was made, I believe, in 1912. And they were used during World War I in the old number 1 Mark 3 SMLE infield rifles. And we'll go down to the Graflex clamp right here. All of this stuff, of course, is, replicas. None of this stuff is real. I mean, the actual parts. But one thing I will say about this is, so Roman, the guy that created this lightsaber in particular, from what I understand, whenever he first started selling lightsabers, this was the one that he originally started off with, and this is the only one that he actually sold. From what I understand, over a 10-year period, he gathered all of the actual real parts that the lightsaber was made from, the real lightsaber was made from. He replicated those down to the exact dimensions and made each one of these parts. That is really cool. And so anyway, let's get back to this. So, you got the balance pipe right here from the Rolls-Royce Derwent Mark 8 jet engine. You've got the number 3 Mark 1 rifle launching grenade here. The Graflex flash gun clamp. And then we're going to move over to this here. So this right here was, it was actually a bubble strip that was taken out of a Texas Instruments Exactra 19 or 20 calculator. Now, back in the 70s, they used a lot of the little red LED technology and calculators, watches, etc. This bubble right here was actually a magnifier that magnified those little red LEDs on the screen. And they used that on the real prop in place for decorative purposes. Let me get these here. So the next thing that we would talk about, now right here is where these transistors mount. And these are the Marconi Elliott transistors. Let me see if I can get a decent picture or a decent video of that inside the package. I don't know if I can or not. I'm not going to waste my time doing that. But here's the D-ring right here, which will mount to that, which I'll get done here in a little bit. Then we move back to this right here. This right here is a heat sink booster from a Browning AN M2 aircraft machine gun. And then to bring up the tail of it, you're going to have this was a Starlight model Armitage Shanks sink knob. They did not know for sure on the real prop whether or not it was a hot or a cold knob. So I requested to get the cold. I hoped that I got the cold, and that's what I got. But anyway, that's pretty much how they built that. It was all real parts. Most of it was military stuff, calculator stuff, radio stuff, sync knobs, etc. So that's what makes this lightsaber so special. It's just got a lot of history built into it. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you all enjoyed the boxing video. I hope I did a little better. This time I'm not real good at doing these videos, but I do enjoy doing them. What I'm planning on doing is I've got a couple more parts that I'm going to have coming in for my other 3 lightsabers to make them more screen accurate. I do have a Luke Skywalker Empire Strikes Back Graflex lightsaber that I've bought that back in 2013. It's a real vintage Graflex. I'll be doing a video on that. And I also have a micro flash Darth Vader MPP V1 lightsaber. And I also have the Darth Vader, what they call the DV6, which is the stunt lightsaber that he used in Return of the Jedi. I'm going to do a video on all those eventually. You know, looking at this, I really I think it's awesome out of the box. I may do a little bit of weathering on it, but I haven't really decided yet. But if I do another video on it, if I do any work on it, I'll do a video and show what I've done to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This thing is freaking awesome. And if you think about buying one of these from Roman, from what I understand, this is the most accurate Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber from A New Hope that you can buy. Just for the simple fact that all these pieces were real world pieces that Roman picked up over a 10-year span and replicated down to the exact dimensions, every single individual piece to create this. I want to thank you, Roman, for making this available to us. It's just a piece of movie history here right in front of you. I love it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you all take care, and we will see you next time. Thank you.